So what makes a narcissist decide to cut someone off in their life? Like, what makes them decide to go ahead and just 86 somebody and get rid of them out of their life? Like, what is going on inside the mind of a narcissist to make them do that? What are the reasons behind it? That's what we're talking about today, y'all. If you're new here, my name is Lee Hammock. I'm a diagnosed narcissist, and I give you the perspective of a narcissist on this channel, on this podcast and whatnot, y'all. That's what it's all about. Like, seriously. And speaking of podcasts, make sure to follow my new page, the Mental Healness Podcast, over on YouTube. I'm gonna start doing my interviews and stuff over there. So the Mental Healness Podcast is about to get live, and let's get it. But yes, y'all, narcissistic people can cut people off for a plethora. I said a big word, didn't I? Plethora of different reasons. One of the main reasons they cut people off, y'all, is because they're done with you. Let's just say, let's get that out the way. Some narcissists are absolutely done with you, and they will cut you off, y'all. And this is, look, I don't make the rules, y'all. I know y'all think I do because I'm a diagnosed narcissist, but I don't make the rules. I just pseudo enforce them, right? But this is what happens. They could absolutely just be done with you, and and that's it. That is it. Ricky Bobby. But that's what they do. They can be done with you. Whatever supply that they are getting from you, whatever supply that they have gotten from you, it's just run out. The fuel tank is low. The supply tank is low. So they decide to go ahead and be done with the relationship dynamic. Whatever it is, y'all. It doesn't have to be an intimate relationship. This could be your best friend. This could be your coworker. This could be your boss. This could be your parent. Y'all, your parent could cut you off. Your siblings, your cousins, whoever it is. Once the supply runs out and they see no benefit of having you around, they will get rid of you. They will cut you out of their lives. And what I mean by cut you out of their lives, y'all, it doesn't mean sending you to meet your maker, although some of them will. Be careful, please. If you feel like that's a possibility, always be safe. Be as safe as possible, right? But a lot of times in these situations, in these scenarios, that's what ends up happening. So many people are faced with dealing with this toxic, abusive, narcissistic person, and they get caught up in it, and they're not safe. They're not safe people. But some narcissists will absolutely cut you off because they're done with you. They really are just finished, y'all. The supply has run out. Another reason why they will cut you off is because they found someone else. They found a new supply, a new person. Now, in the beginning, well, I just said they will cut you off because they're done with you and the supply has run out. That doesn't necessarily entail that they have found a new source of supply, like a new partner, new relationship partner, something like that. It could, but it doesn't always guarantee that, right? Sometimes they could be done with you and just hope. They can just hope and pray that they'll find somebody else, right? They can hope and pray that there's somebody else out there for them, and they just like, this is done, this is over with, I'm out of here. But some of them have found a new supply. Some of them do have new partners. Some of them do have other people that they can call their partners or their boyfriends or their girlfriends or whatever. Some of them, that does happen, y'all. And this is not me trying to hurt anybody's feelings. This is not me trying to make anybody sad, but this is a distinct possibility, and this does happen to a lot of people. They will have a new supply or a new partner, and then they'll get rid of you. They will cut you off, right? They will cut you off because they have a new supply. They have a new partner. And if this happens, y'all, and if they have a new partner, they have a new supply, and they cut you off, they get rid of you. If that new relationship ends, the possibility does exist that they will try to come back to you. So you have to have the ability to say no. What Cat Williams say? You got to tell them no. When Diddy coming for you, you got to say no. Diddy, leave me alone. No Diddy. But seriously, you have to be able to tell them no. Because they will come into your life, they will try to wreck shop, they will try to wreak havoc upon your life in some way, shape, or form because they feel like it's directly beneficial to them. And they will keep doing that. They will keep they will keep messing with you, and they will keep trying to come back. And that's just proof positive that just because they decide to cut you off doesn't necessarily mean that they're done with you. Sometimes when they cut you off, what they're really doing is putting you like in a damn recycling bin to come back and use later on. So just because they cut you off and they have a new supply does not necessarily mean that they are done. When I say that, that can make some people happy. Well, Lee, so that means y'all. I'm from the generation of Dumb and Dumber, so y'all be like, so you're telling me there's a chance? Jim Carrey said that in Dumb and Dumber. Like, you're telling me there's a chance? It's like, no, more like 1 in a million. So you're telling me there's a chance? Yeah. Some people get excited when I say that because it means it's not completely over. And some people are trauma bonded. Some people have some stuff going on. Yeah, it happens. So they can't cut you off because they have a new supply or a new partner. Another reason why some of them will cut you off is because, like, yo, you have outgrown them. You have outgrown them. They know that they have this fear that you're going to leave them for somebody else. So they feel like because they have this fear, because this fear is direct, because they have this fear going on, they think that you have outgrown them, and they will continue to come back into your life and wreak havoc upon you. They will continue to do this type of stuff. Like, they will cut you off because they feel like you're going to leave them, and they have to be the first ones to do it. They have to be the cutter offers. They have to cut you off. They don't want to be cut off. They have to be the ones to cut you off. So some of them will absolutely cut you off because they feel like you're going to leave them. They have this, like, yes, not every narcissist, but some narcissists do absolutely have a fear of abandonment. And because they have this fear, because this fear is palpable, they will absolutely act on this fear. Like, you might not have even given them any inclination that you're going to leave them or break up with them or anything like that. But they can just feel like you are and decide that, okay, she about to leave me. I got to bounce. I got to find somebody else. I got to be the first one to break up with them. Because that also allows them to protect their reputation, right? If they break up with you, if they're the first ones to break up with you, that allows them to strangely or weirdly protect their reputation. No, yes, we broke up, but I broke up with them. Yes, we broke up, but it was me that ended it. They didn't end it. I ended it. You see what I'm saying? Even though you didn't do anything to deserve it, they will do that type of stuff right there, y'all. They will do it because they've had this fear that you're going to be the ones that leaves them, and they cannot handle it. They cannot handle that fear. They cannot handle that pain of being left and not having some type of supply. They can't handle that pain of being abandoned and not having anybody to be there for them. So some of them will absolutely dip out on you because they feel like you're going to be the ones to leave them first, and they can't live with that. They can't live with themselves if that happens. They'll go crazy. Those are the ones that just be acting up. That's when, like, and sometimes, y'all, when they're done with you right here and they think you're going to leave them for somebody else, they actually start to revert. They start the process of the reverse discard, which means that they will try to discard you. They try to make it seem like it's your fault that things. They'll start treating you badly in order for you to break up with them. They'll start treating you badly in order for you to break up with them, and that helps them play the victim to you. They can play the victim in that circumstance as well. But, like, narcissistic people that cut people off, like I said earlier, doesn't mean that they're completely done with them. Like, they can also be out there testing the waters with other people. Like, if a narcissist ghosts you, which is a form of being cut off, right? If a narcissist ghosts you, sometimes they're hiding something. Lee, why did the narcissist ghost me? Because they probably were hiding something. You might be the other person. You might be the other woman. You might be the other man. They might be cheating on their spouse or partner with you, right? You might absolutely be the other person. So sometimes they'll ghost you or cut you off because you are the other person. They have this fear that they're going to get caught up. Their lies will be exposed. Whatever they have going on will be exposed, and they will treat you a certain type of way. Like, you will be like, you're gonna feel it. They will ghost you because they feel like you have something on them that you're going to expose, or not expose them, but, like, yeah, you could be exposed. You could expose them. That's it. You could be the one that exposes them, right? Because of how things are going, because of how things have went. You could absolutely be the exposer to this person, and they don't want to get exposed, so they will ghost you and they will cut you off. That happens. Because that fear, some of them will cut you off because they're afraid, y'all. They're afraid. Look, some narcissistic people, and this is going to sound weird, y'all. Some narcissistic people have this mentality that I fear that you're going to cut me off or you're going to leave me. I already have that fear, so I need to get ahead of you. But not only that, not only do I need to get ahead of you, I have this fear that you're going to expose me to. Like, if you know too much about a narcissist, this doesn't even mean that you have that you have someone else or they have someone else. Sometimes they would get rid of you or cut you off because like you have too much on them. You know too much about them. You have too much power over them, so they will cut you off in that instinct as well. Or they feel like you're better than them. The competitive narcissist will cut you off because they feel like you're better than them, or you have the potential to be better than them. Some of them will cut you off financially, emotionally, mentally, physically. Like I said, cutting off doesn't necessarily mean always them discarding you physically, right? A narcissistic parent that is jealous of their children will try to cut them off financially because, especially if their kid stands to be better than them at something, their kids getting a better education, their kid is going to live a better life than them. Sometimes they'll make their lives harder because they're jealous of their own kids. Imagine being so jealous of your own kid that you make their life harder because you don't want theirs to be as good as yours. You don't want them to go above and beyond you. So you make your own children's lives harder because you are jealous of your children and you don't want them out there doing better than you. It does happen, y'all. You got the toxic narcissistic parents that will absolutely, positively make this type of stuff happen all the time, y'all. So that's gonna conclude today's episode, y'all. I have a one-on-one I have to hop onto right now. That's why I look at the cloud like I got 1 minute to hop off this thing. Anyways, y'all, check out my site, mentalhealness.net, for all things Lee Hammock, my coaching, my courses. My new course, Finding Your Why, about healing from narcissistic abuse, is still available. Also, my support group, the Mental Healers, is on and thriving. There are so many people in that group that are waiting for you to join, so you can talk to them, you can share your story, you can meet friends, you can just vent. It's a protected space, y'all. Everything is available at mentalhealness.net. And as always, y'all, if you haven't, one more thing. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, please. We're inching closer to 500K, which would be crazy. That means we help so many people. And the more of y'all like, comment, subscribe, the greater ability for us to reach more people, y'all. So anyways, y'all, I'm super thankful for you, super grateful. I'm out. Peace.